Friends, welcome you for this Global eLEAP 2011 program organized by Global Technologies Hyderabad, jointly with JNTUH University Hyderabad. It's my privilege to welcome distinguished Chief Guest Dr. BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, Chairman Managing Director of Infotech Enterprises Hyderabad, and other directors of the Global Arena, and Mr. Raju, other executives of the Global Arena Technologies, directors, management, principals, faculty and placement training officers, friends from media, and ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I'd like to congratulate the effort made for particularly assessment made by the Global Arena Technologies among JNTUH University engineering colleges. We have 300 plus engineering colleges under JNTUH University Hyderabad. A couple of months back, we were in a MOU with Global Arena Technology, particularly important soft skills to the budding engineers, particularly who are in final year and pre-final, to improve their soft skills, employability skills, and also make an assessment between where they stand and what their aptitude levels and where they fit in, whether IT industry, core industry, or services. To make an assessment, there are about 240 colleges to make an assessment survey, and they are given a report. So we'll be, after my presentation, we'll be requesting our Chief Guest to release the report presented by Global Arena, assessment made among these institutions. Particularly, I'm very happy that eLEAP, Learn, Empower, Assess and Perform, that is the theme of this particular initiative being launched today. And this because of the initiative, because of the soft skills imparted, and I think we have initially opening remarks by myself from JNTUH University. Later on, our Chief Guest will be speaking, delivering the keynote address. Then that is initiatives required, particularly in soft skills and assessment, how to improve the employability skills among the student community. That is utmost important for us. Particularly, I would like to brief about 15 minutes on learning enhancement and employability opportunities, how to improve the employability among student community. Particularly, we have been talking about teaching learning, new thinking philosophy. So what actually teaching was earlier, blackboard and factories and blackboard concept earlier, but no longer it exists today. It needs to be really whole thing. The teacher supposed to be a mentor today. So normally earlier it was teaching, passive learning by the students. But today, mentor is the one, about 10 students, one mentoring concept. Need to mentor the students to improve their learning skills. The student earlier used to be only exam oriented, it should be learner centric. It should enable them to learn the concepts in the core knowledge subjects and also a problem-solving ability. Synchronous learning is one philosophy, but we need to go for asynchronous learning. Earlier, passive listeners. The student in a classroom was only passive. He is barely present here, thinking elsewhere. But we have to involve in active learning concept. Then linear learning concept to non-linear. Earlier, only 25% learning happens in classroom. But because of the use of ICT, mentoring concept, new learning centric environment, university, trainings are given only during that period they have to learn. But the concept is changing on demand. So even students sitting at home or restaurant or anywhere sitting here, you should be able to access the information and access the knowledge. So that is on demand, you should be able to learn himself or herself. That is a philosophy. This is a learning is a new philosophy of thinking, how one should impart education to the students in engineering institution. Now opportunities in many technical education, particularly use of ICT, information communication technology. We have internet is the technology, which is the best technology worldwide. It gives a lot of impetus, particularly for young engineers to learn many things and access to the information from various websites across the world, in many universities and even organizations. And suppose she joining, they can get to know what the type of institution, what they are going to work, what are the future activities, and what their interest level they can able to measure using internet technology. World Wide Web given a impetus in particularly many facets, even for citizen services or for even services or the institution www website, we can able to get many information. Even today, it becoming a common feature for everybody to use the World Wide Web. Because the learning concept is concerned, learning we have to put a course management and learning management systems. Because our courses are designed by the universities, the curriculum, the content for learning, not only confined to classroom, the student should be able to enable to e-learning concepts. You should be able to access to the information. It's like MIT has put courseware on website, portal. They can access anywhere. So the course management and learning management is user friendly, and the students open should be able to get easily without an hassle, larger bandwidth, so that graphic systems and all be able to use easily without any hassles. Collaborative tools, audio, video conferencing is another mode where virtual classrooms. Many of the rural colleges are deprived because they don't get the qualified, competent faculty, industry away from rural areas, and the student doesn't have opportunity for them to visit industry or the lectures from the expert from industry. So we should have a virtual classroom mode where the lecture given today here could be accessed in Karimnagar or any other district in rural area. So we have made experimental, particularly virtual classroom, where the lectures given here could be accessed in our constant colleges at Karimnagar and Jagachal and Mantini. We made an experiment, it found to be successful. Some of our principals are also here. Students are appreciating at least this I want to extend to all 300 colleges by another 2 months time. We want to see that the expert lectures given from industry or from the expert from anybody come from abroad, he should be able, our expertise should be available to the colleges across the rural areas, more particularly in Andhra Pradesh. Mobile learning, still of course, we are using mobile phone for communication because mobile phone given a lot of effort. Sitting here, you can talk to anybody in the world. And mobile phones have a lot of features today. You have email, browsing, even e-content, you can put it. So many of the universities in Japan and other universities in Europe, they are using mobile learning. That means the assignment from the teacher is given in mobile. And student can submit assignments instead of copying in a canteen. So the individual problems are given so they can able to submit easily to the teacher. An assessment is done and marks are given on mobile. So the mobile learning concept has been picking up worldwide. New ways of learning in engineering education. So we have only not confined to only syllabus, which is always right in the blackboard or whiteboard. But we need to have a simulation. Simulations will require for better understanding. Similarly, game theory is the one which gives a cognitive skills among student community. Animations, multimedia. Now LKG, UKG, they are introducing animations and multimedia. That's why your international schools, residential schools, use animation, multimedia, because student grasping, learning will be better. Even engineering institutions, we require to go for this kind of animations, particularly e-learning, multimedia concept, where the understanding capacity can be improved. Collaborative, peer-to-peer learning is better. So the grasping will be better in collaborative. Collaborative learning means in a classroom of 16, you can divide them into 6 groups. And given a problem, each group is given a different problem. They interact ubiquitous using various other aspects of computing. It is possible to computer accessing the learning concept. Personalized learning, individual attention is given through mentoring concept. Blended learning, that means face-to-face learning, and also e-learning, also distance mode learning, all three will be blended, and so that learning enhancement will be better. So this is the, if you see progress and connectivity. Connectivity, we have a communication, information sharing, integration, increased interaction, it will be a collaboration, and creation of new ideas and innovations which will enable them to invent or innovate or create something for this world. So these are the advantage of using ICT. Teaching learning concept is concerned, standardized individualized teaching and learning how it enhances. Because the traditional distance education means in most of the universities, they give you a standard textbook and enroll student, enroll and take a textbook, comes for examination. instructor-led teaching, where the instructor is speaking in the classroom. Face-to-face learning, that normally gives a maximum of 25%. It's not possible to absorb any student more than 25% in the classroom. So we need to interface with the e-learning with a ICT tools so that learning enhancement will be better. I'm sorry, there is some problem with ICT. Particularly e-learning and where we have a time and maturity is concerned, we have a published transcript. I can use lot of technologies, box, wikis, then we have a share, collaborate and increase 3D virtual learning space is required. Particularly, we need to, so the ideal learning environment is concerned. So learning should be learner-centric because we have earlier student-centric, teacher-centric environment, now shift to learner-centric environment. What happened? E-learning is there. We require a course plan, course news, schedules, online submission, homework assignments, and also communications and conference. These are the aspects we require in e-learning module. So which we talked about e-learning, and later on I explained about the ideal learning environment, learner-centric connectivity, flexibility, intelligence, and personalization. The e-learning module, particularly e-learning with a specialized platform, learning support, course news, schedules, online submission, homework assignment, communication, and controlling. And the design features of the e-learning